This video is a work of fiction and just for fun. It is not intended to hurt anyone. The following video is a headshave fantasy story for people who are hair fetish.
Pragathi, adorned in regal attire, swept through the corridors of her ancestral mansion with an air of unyielding authority. Her piercing gaze fell upon the servants scurrying to meet her demands, their faces pale with fear under her scrutinizing eye. "Is this the best you can do?" she bellowed, her voice resonating like thunder in the grand halls. With each word she reinforced her dominance, instilling terror in those who dared to cross her path. In the quiet corners of the village, whispers of discontentment swirled like tendrils of smoke. Villagers, weary of Pragathi's tyrannical rule, huddled together in clandestine meetings, their voices hushed, but their determination palpable. "Enough is enough," one whispered, eyes glinting with defiance. The murmurs grew louder, echoing the collective yearning for justice and freedom from oppression. Rage consumed Pragathi as she pointed a trembling finger at an innocent villager, accusing them of theft without evidence. "You dare betray my trust!" she seethed, her voice laced with venom. The accused villager's protests fell upon deaf ears as Pragathi's wrath intensified. "Off with their head!" she thundered, her unjust decree sending shockwaves through the village. With resolve burning in their hearts, the villagers rallied together, fueled by righteous anger. Led by the courageous village head, they marched towards Pragathi's mansion, torches held high as symbols of defiance. "No longer will we tolerate her tyranny," declared the village head, his voice a rallying cry for justice. Pragathi's arrogance crumbled as the villagers stormed the gates of her mansion, demanding accountability for her crimes. "How dare you challenge me?" she spat, her voice dripping with disdain. But the village head stood firm, his gaze unwavering. "Face punishment or face exile," he declared, his words a solemn ultimatum. Silence descended upon the village square as Pragathi knelt before the village barber, her heart pounding with trepidation. The barber's hands were steady as he brandished his razor, the glint of steel reflecting the sunlight. "This is justice," he murmured, his voice resolute as he prepared to administer Pragathi's punishment. Pragathi winced as the razor made contact with her scalp, each stroke a painful reminder of her fall from power. The villagers watched in tense silence, their eyes fixed upon the once mighty tyrant brought low. With each tuft of hair that fell, Pragathi's reign crumbled further, leaving her exposed and vulnerable. As the final strands of hair were shaved away, Pragathi rose to her feet, her head now smooth and bare. The villagers gasped in awe at the sight of the humbled tyrant, her former facade of power stripped away. In this moment of vulnerability, Pragathi's journey towards redemption began.